Rachel, and if you're watching this video, I'm sure you're wondering what the Milan Art Mastery Program is all about. Well, let me tell you, I'm into week 8 of the Mastery Program, and we have learned so much. We've covered a lot of material in the last 8 weeks, and I have learned so much, and my skills have really increased over the time. This week was a smaller week. We didn't have as many projects to do as in the previous weeks, and it was called Small Scale Realism. In this week, we had to work on 2 projects only, and one of them was a small scale realism drawing in graphite only, not adding charcoal, and the other one was a small scale realism called Trompe. Trompe means fool the eye. We were basically painting a painting that's life-size and that looks realistic as possible. This painting was done in several layers. We first started by taking away the white of the canvas and toning our canvas, and then subtracting out the drawing of the teacup with the milk splashing. That was a little bit tricky because I really found myself wanting to add the pencil line first so that I could see through the toned canvas, but no, I actually didn't put pencil down first. I did use the subtraction tool and subtract it out. I was wondering the whole time if my teacup and saucer would come out looking realistic or whether I would have some wonky lines going on here. I don't think I got it exactly right, but I'm pretty happy with the results, and I was really excited to see the outcome whenever I added the glazing layers. It really creates a kind of really porcelain ceramic look, and I found that I really enjoy the glazing technique, and I'm pretty sure I'll be using glazing in whatever oil paints I do in the future. The other project that we worked on is this small scale realism drawing. This is not small scale, this is a big piece of paper. The idea was to get it as close as possible to our resource. Milan Art provides the resources in the program, and you just select from among them. Sure, you could go ahead and select your own resources, but I choose to use their resources because they've selected them for a reason. They've chosen things that are very detailed, very complicated, so that we wouldn't just choose something easier and not learn something while we're drawing. So I did choose this leopard. This is the original resource, as you can see here. I probably could have darkened this area a little bit more and added a little bit of shading here under, now that I'm looking at it a second time. But I was really happy with the results. And the background, I used this graphite powder. The funny thing is last year I purchased this after watching a YouTube video from Milan Art. And I was like, that's so cool that they use that, but I'm not sure really what to do with it. So it sat unopened in my art cabinet. And I was just thinking when I pulled it out for this project that I was so excited to finally learn how to use it. So basically, this is graphite powder. You can do the same if you don't have this with taking a pencil and scratching with an X-Acto knife or a razor blade and making some graphite dust. That is all that this is graphite dust. And I took a paintbrush, a dry paintbrush, and I basically laid my drawing down and put some on there and then started smoothing it around. It goes on very smoothly, as you can see. You could also use something like a paper towel or a cotton ball or a rag, your finger in a rag, to smooth it out. But it goes on really nicely, and I really like the effect that it does. You can also wet this. I did not because this paper is not for wet media, but I really like the look that it gave. It was fun to use. So my take on this week was that I really enjoyed it. And why is that? It is because I'm more comfortable working with pencil, and I found that painting a realistic picture was a little bit easier for me than trying to do, let's say, a portrait. I am not well versed in drawing people, and I find that the scariest and the most difficult, but I find that things like this, if I'm looking at a resource, I can look at it and draw and scale to. Not perfectly, but I'm pretty happy with the results because the idea of what I want it to look like in my head is how it generally turns out looking. And I can't say the same for my oil paintings because I just don't know the techniques. I haven't experimented that much with them. And so I still need some more time to experiment and get better with the oil techniques. I love oil painting and I'm really excited that I'm on this journey. So I would encourage you, if you were thinking about joining the Milan Art Mastery Program, that you would just hop over to their website and take a look. Like I've said before in previous videos, it's a pretty intense program. They have a lot of projects for you to do. I find that really good because focusing on art and creating a lot of art over a short period of time really causes the skills to increase quickly. I think that's all for today. I'm so excited that I've made it to week 8 of the Mastery Program. If you have any questions about it, I'm trying to think, what type of questions would you want to ask? I don't know. One thing might be, is it pre-recorded? Yes, the sessions are all pre-recorded, so you can go at your own pace. Yes, you get all the sessions all at once. So another question might be about art supplies. They do have several kits that you can buy for their for each of their sections, for the oil painting session, for the acrylic session, mixed media. As far as reference pictures, Milan Art does provide all the reference photos for what the projects that we're doing. I found that I was looking for pictures amongst the reference photos for something that I connected to a little bit, and I think that helps when you're drawing to like your subject matter. Later on in the program, they encourage you to select your own reference, of course, but just for the sake of learning, they have things selected with particular purposes in mind. So I would go with what they have selected. Well, that's all for today. It's a really short video because this was an easier week. Thanks for watching, and if you'd like to watch more videos like this, please hit subscribe and go make some art today.